I'm Paul Clancy, and here's my Civic Persuasive Appeal. Here's my audience. Okay, so as I said, this is the Civic Persuasive Appeal speech, and I'm going to be doing it on the Twitter app. So, according to pewresearch.org, from 2008 to 2017, the number of newsroom employees dropped 45%. And here I have an old newspaper, Union Recorder, which is from the USA Today network. Or, I'm sure you've all seen a newspaper, maybe not be reading them like you used to, which is a part of the 45% drop. And newspapers used to be the main source of information in the world, but the rise of social media is quickly phasing them out. I'm sure that, I'm sure that all of us have used our smartphones in the last hour. I sure have. I'm using it right now to record this speech, and they're extremely helpful tools and very useful in many ways. And our generation is well known as the generation that's obsessed with smartphones and social media. And according to Statista.com, about 2.5 billion people worldwide use a smartphone. And that's a staggering number, but I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing like a lot of other people do. The app that I would like all of us to use, if you don't already, is the Twitter app. I think the Twitter app may be one of the most versatile and useful apps that you can get on your phone. Excuse me. Over the past few years, politics have been a huge discussion in our country, with almost everyone having their own differing opinion. As we have a very controversial president and a lot of controversial elections, this is amplified more than it has been in recent years. An important thing to have in this climate is a way for people to voice their opinions in their own style or manner. And democracy only works when you give the people a voice, and that's exactly what Twitter does. Twitter is a place where you can get your political world news and instantly react and share your opinion on the topic, which is pretty cool for us to be able to do with the way that our generation is. Sometimes we may feel busy and lost in this crowded and fast-paced world, but that's full of hot takes and everything that Twitter still has hot takes, but Twitter gives us a place to share and see exactly what we want. Many people think that Twitter is just a way for people that have too much time on their hands to spew useless information and opinions and just piss a lot of people off, which Twitter is just the app. There can still be people on there that do that and don't use it to its maximum potential. But I really don't think that that's the majority of people. And according to MakeUseOf.com, Twitter started in 2006 as a communication tool for a podcasting company in San Francisco. And it still is, at its base, a great communication tool, but for way more users than the San Francisco company alone. According to Statista.com, Twitter now has 67 million monthly active users, which is a staggering number to have that many active users. Twitter is an app that serves as both entertainment and informational. Twitter makes you feel like you're a part of a community and can serve as a great way to connect with people with common interests around the world. In fact, many people have what they call Twitter friends, which I'm active on Twitter, and I have quite a few Twitter friends, where Twitter friends are people that are kind of like online friends, but through Twitter, where they're people that you have quite a relationship with and you've built one with, but you may never have or may never actually end up meeting them in real life, which just shows how Twitter can connect people that are like-minded and have common interests that can build a relationship that you would have never even met them if it wasn't for Twitter, because they could be on the other side of the country, or they could be in the same town, but you just still may never meet them. So Twitter does a good job of bringing people together that have common interests. And a big thing in the Twitter community is a lot of people, when they see a funny video or something, saying, "I can't believe that this app is still free." And that's a big thing about this Twitter app that I want you to download, is that it is free. And as I said earlier, it can be a unifying communication device, which is important in today's political climate. It's a place where everyone and anyone can express their opinions and political topics, or just take a load off after an exhausting day and watch some hilarious content. Living in such a fast-moving world can be exhausting to keep up with, but Twitter can help with that issue because it's so multifaceted. Imagine a huge breaking news day, such as Election Day. I actually used my phone and Twitter on Election Day as I was watching the news and keeping up with some of the results and what people were saying, quotes from the politicians on Twitter. And I would actually get the news like 5 minutes before the TV. And that's just one thing that Twitter does, is it gets all these news people and news stations actually put their information on Twitter first, because they know it's going to reach so many more people. So I strongly encourage all of you to break out your phone, head to the App Store, and download the free Twitter app. Again, free. For as much as Twitter provides, it's simply amazing. And the major thing that I want you guys to come away with is that Twitter, I told you how I used it a little bit, but the best thing about Twitter is you can create it to be yours and make it for you and fit your needs and your wants. And that's why I think that for your money, which is free, no money, it is the best app that you can download, because it is so multifaceted and you can tailor it to yourself. Thank you.